Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I was among the people who went to listen to William Samoei Ruto in Githurai. I could not make it to Keno because fuel has become very expensive. And I did not have the means to follow him. In fact, I had planned to follow him all the way to Sagana State Lodge. But I could not make it because of that reason. But I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that there are a number of things that I observed in Githurai. The first thing is that I looked at the clouds and I compared the same cloud to the one that would cheer and jump, some of them removing clothes during the campaign, wakimshangilia William Samoei Ruto. It was a very different this time round. I looked at their faces. They were very dull, if you ask me. They were not happy. Again, I looked at their mood. I looked at the mood of that meeting. It was full of uncertainty. It was also a dull mood. Something that tells you that all is not well in the mountain. You know very well that Githurai is the gateway to Mount Kenya. When you are going to Muranga, when you are going to Kiambu, when you are going to Kirinyaga, Ebu, you pass through Githurai. And Githurai is densely populated. That is why Kenya Kwanza chose that as the first stopover for William Samoei Ruto. I looked at the crowd and I noted one thing, that there was a lot of mobilization that started some weeks ago. And even today's morning, the mobilization was still going on. But the crowd was silent. It was not very happy. And it was not as huge as you would expect when William Samoei Ruto would visit during the campaign. The message was clear also, that when you listen to William Samoei Ruto, after talking, there's something that he would repeat about the hustlers' funds. I noted one thing. There could be a problem with the hustlers' funds. Maybe people are not paying. Kwa sababu ya vile ambavyo alisisitiza sana watu wawe wakilipa ile mikopo baada ya kuichukua. And I noted, when he was insisting this, I looked at his face and I saw some pain. The pain of somebody who have given out money and the debtor has not repaid the money. That is the truth of the matter. The second thing that came out of his message is Raila's bashing continued. Raila became the subject. And the people who are stationed at various positions, and they were asked if they want handshake. The answer was no. And you could see the crowd was a bit mechanical. Now, they took a lot of time trying to explain to the people that they are not interested in the handshake, trying to bash and show that Raila Amolo Odinga is the one who has been causing violence in this country. Again, I looked at the people who are there, and I noted all of them are power brokers in Kenya Kwanza. From Kimani Ichung'wah, who, in fact, I see Kimani Ichung'wah, I see JJ Kamotho. JJ Kamotho wakati wa Moi. Sijui wewe unaona nani wakati ambapo unaona Kimani Ichung'wah. I also saw Dedi Nyoro, he was there. I saw Kimani wa Matangi, and many other things that happened there. But when you look at the reception, when he arrived, the crowd was not wild. It was a cold reception. That is the truth of the matter. The reception was cold. But this issue I want us to discuss. If you want to know what people think about you, by the way, I did not make it to Keno because maisha yamekuwa mengine hapa. Gharama ya maisha ndio hiyo imepanda sana. I planned to go all the way to Sagana, but because of pesa, kusema kweli pesa hazipo, hatuna pesa, I could not make it. So I decided to use an aspect of psychology that tells that studies behavior of people, what they say after the guests leave. Because if you want to understand people's perception about somebody, sikiliza vile ambavyo wanasema baada ya wewe kuondoka. Mgeni anakuja, baada ya kuondoka kuna yale maneno ambayo wale wenyeji watakuwa wakisema baada ya wewe kuondoka. So I was left with the people of Githurai. I know several of them, and there was a lot of argument about William Samoei Ruto's visit. And the majority of the people, when William Samoei Ruto left, had so many things to say. In fact, I took a lot of time to listen to what they were saying, sometimes even asking questions. So if you're here for the first time, before I state clearly what I observed after William Samoei Ruto left Githurai, kindly like this video. I want it to have 1,000 likes, kindly, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who say that they don't receive our videos quite often, hit the notification bell, or you subscribe if you have never subscribed, because the notification bell will always alert you anytime I upload a video. So what did I observe after William Samoei Ruto left Githurai? The first thing I noted is that Kikuyus are very much dissatisfied with William Samoei Ruto. Very much dissatisfied. Na unajua wengi walikuwa wanasema baada ya William Samoei Ruto kuondoka, wanasema wao hataki kuongea sana, lakini wakasema ya kwamba wao wanajua vile ambavyo wanapelekwa. Waacha tupeleke tu hivyo. Kila wakati na siku yake. In fact, a number of people are saying this. And very few people, Kikuyus, because we are conversing in mother tongue, very few Kikuyus are now in support of William Samoei Ruto. You know, those people who live in towns, they are not, they are very much informed, by the way. And they are able to know when you are telling them the truth and when you are lying to them. The second thing that people are asking, a number of them were asking, why is William Samoei Ruto relaunching projects, some of them that are in use? Indeed, mmoja akasema hata yale maji ambayo that was launched, alisema hayo maji ni chafu. Wawili watatu wakasema thibitisha kwamba maji hayo si safi, ni chafu. Wengine wakasema kama ni hiyo soko ilikuwa ikitumika, and they could not understand why William Samoei Ruto could launch a project that was started by UHURU Kenyatta, and it was launched by the same president. And now after 2 years, William Samoei Ruto is coming back to do the same. So this one is something that the Kikuyus are discussing. Again, after he left, I saw a big crowd, huge number, about 200 or more, following him to KENYAN, by the way. They were there, but they followed him to KENYAN. What does this tell you? This tells you that the people, wako kazi, wamelipwa, they are cheerleaders. They have been paid to cheer. They are on hire. Otherwise, why would they leave Githurai in buses, in vehicles, to follow William Samoei Ruto all the way that he is going? But there is one comment that left me laughing. Jamaa moja akasema tunamuonea 18. Unajua kumuonea mtu 18 maana yake ni kwamba tunakuona, tunajua unatudanganya, tunajua ya kwamba tunajua ujaja wako, tunajua hila zako. That is the message, by the way. And I asked the man, what do you mean by kumuonea 18? And he told me, mudu mogenda nihere ohoro. Mtu mwelevu anajua vile mtu anasema, that's a tafsiri yake. Kwamba mtu mwelevu anaelewa vile mtu anamaanisha. Na mimi kulingana vile, kwa sababu tafsiri yangu ni kwamba hawa Wakikuyu wamemuona William Samoei Ruto kwa ubali sana, na sasa wamejua. Unajua Swahili wanasema ujaja wa nyani huishia jagwani. Hivyo ndivyo walikuwa wakimaanisha. Again, I also noted that there has been a consistency in William Samoei Ruto's code of dressing, but of late he has completely changed to what we call kauda. I don't remember them. Is it called Macon suit, something like that? And he has changed the dressing, and people discuss about it. And maybe some say because he has lost some weight, because when you lose weight, you see the suits that you have been wearing may not fit you properly. Because I understand William Samoei Ruto has been going to the gym quite often, and for him to look younger, for him to look energetic, he has been going to the gym to shed some weight so that he can continue being very active. You know, when you go to the gyms, you remain very, very active. You don't sleep over your job. That is true of the matter. And again, it was also a discussion that wengi wakasema heri uhuru. Na hiyo ndio ilifanya ni furahi, kwa sababu wakati unasikia sawa kianza kusema heri uhuru, it tells you that they are tired. It tells you that they would prefer Uhuru Kenyatta than William Samoei Ruto's time. And I was shocked because a number of them said that kile kilio kitakuwa nchi hii wakati wanafunzi wanaingia chuo kikuu, William Samoei Ruto hatakuwa hapa kuwasaidia, lakini wengi wanatarajia kwamba kutakuwa na kilio kikubwa. But after interrogating some of these guys, I realized some of them are parents whose children have been admitted to university, but they have no school fees because the amount of money that they are required to pay is huge from all angles. So I realized there's a problem in this country. I realized that we need to do much more than politicking. Because when I looked at it clearly, because I also I happened to watch him when he was in Kenya, although I was not there, I noted that it was a full-thrown campaign. It was a campaign, if you ask me. From all angles, it is a campaign. The question that begs answers is, why would William Samoei Ruto embark on a campaign even before 1 year is gone? What could be happening? Could we be knowing more than meets the eye? I don't know what you think, but from where I sit, there seems to be a problem in the house in the hill. That is my take, and may you have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.